Bitches I know, do what is right, fight with the truth. Say something that it means something to you. Invest in the love, hope for the best. Follow what's in the left side of your chest. Be ready for highs, be ready for lows. Dream is a dream.
Hey everyone, it's Julia, and I am out today with another sketchbook video, which I've been meaning to do for quite a while. If you can see the date on which I finished it. Honestly, this is just a guess date. I'm pretty sure I finished it like end of March, beginning of April. I stopped dating my drawings for some reason. Anywho, the camera is not set up on a tripod right now because I don't know. I didn't set it up on a tripod. I just finished painting, and it's on a little cardboard thing on top of a cartboard, and that is what I'm doing. So yeah, we're gonna just get started. So started in December of 2017, and it went until around April of 2018. Now, you can see the first thing I put on here are marker swatches, and for some reason I wrote dead on this one. The ones that actually have colors, like the purples and the browns, I got at later dates, but like I got these originally, and these are the Spectrum Noir markers. Very like liquidy. They're very liquidy, so they're very easy to blend. But let me tell you, they do have an odor. This is the page that you can get a little peek of this too. This is pretty much just what I put under pages so that it wouldn't bleed through. Some pages where the back of the marker bled through, I did cover up with another piece of paper, but others I chose not to. So the second thing, my signature is only on it, but I received the neon pack of Sharpie markers. My lights aren't on. This is probably really horrible quality. Okay. I just had some neon Sharpie markers, and I wanted to make something with them, and so I used some blending and some other things. If you guys want a video on how I do these like fun patterns and blending with Sharpies, let me know down below. I don't know whether you guys want art videos or if you want, you know, other videos. I'm definitely going to be trying to make them as I get more and more free time. Oh, this one is stuck. I also received the Prismacolor pencils this Christmas, so I was playing around with them. This braid, it's not the prettiest. There's a lot of really odd colors thrown in there that probably should not have been thrown in there, but it's just there. It's a sketchbook. It's for learning, you know? The next one says Random Doodles. It doesn't have a date. It's clearly with Sharpie markers again. Wow, I could have drawn something on the back of there, but now I can't because I got declared this textbook. I declared this sketchbook finished. You know what? It's gonna stick. We're gonna do that. We're gonna just call that art. Maybe it'll be worth $1 million someday, and this is gonna be impacted. You know what? We can throw this in the middle. Perfect. This is another doodle with, I guess, Sharpie markers. I started to create doodles on the outside, but the main thing here is the little hair. This is all done with Sharpie markers, and they are very, very difficult to blend, so I was very proud of this one. This is all still in December. This is just some random thing that my sister and me made. Another random doodle. Oh, we have our first date on here, December 27th. There is paint on my hand still? Nope, there really isn't. Again, with painting, so. Okay, if you come to this page here, you can see that I have glued some paper and some watercolor paper, as well as using some very inexpensive watercolors to try and create more items on here. Way before I learned how to use watercolors, and this was created on the 7th of January. This has no context, unless you know my friends. I might actually have to blur this out depending on what it says. I'm going to have to look at it. Yeah, we're going to just skip over that. More doodles over here. This is watercolor paper, but I decided to create some Sharpie patterns, and then I have, you can see that pattern paper under that I believe I got from like Dollar Tree or somewhere random like that. Sailor Moon at Hot Topic, I saw like a model. Oh god, this looks so horrible. It's alright though. All about improvement. This is an acrylic painting that I never actually finished. That was March 9th. You'll see that the dates do jump around in here as I went back and tried to fill in some pages that had, you know, like marker and stuff. This was never finished, and that's upsetting. Just another one of your really random marker doodles. Nothing on the back, just that. A tiger. And you can see marker bleeds through onto this illustration, which was created on January 9th. This one is probably one of the more decent ones in this sketchbook. I'm not going to name it as one of the best, but I'm going to say it is one of the more decent ones in this sketchbook. So I kind of just got obsessed with starting to draw people. This was done in marker, I believe. Another really random marker. Oh, this is an apple, which I created with Prismacolor. First realism type thing, I guess. You know, pretty nice. Again, I could have filled in this page. We're not going to put random paint splotches on it, though, because I don't want everything sticking together. This is some random character called Fred, apparently. These are Spectrum Noir markers, and this is Prismacolor. Oh, geez. Then it gets a little bit tragic over here. This says February 28th Doodles. And this one I was using some kind of just cheapo markers. I guess I was just drawing random structures. And it says oof on it because I became obsessed with oof. Face practice, that. This one, I kind of like a little bit more. This says March 13th on it. Again, jumps around a lot, this sketchbook, because this is the 29th of December. We have an incomplete drawing of Yoshi because I'm obsessed with Yoshi. If you couldn't tell, here, I will prove it to you right now. I have not one. I have 2 Yoshis, my friend. There's an arcade. Want them from the arcade. Yoshi is fantastic. This drawing looks terrible. I have a nicer one, watercolor that I did recently. Oh, my hand needs to crack. This is another just random Sharpie doodle. Another blank page. New year, new... I'm going to bed. Good night. I think you can figure out yourself when that was drawn. Ooh, some hair, all done in graphite, I guess. More hair. This one looks a little bit tragic. This is one of those things that mocks the do-don't thing, I guess. More Sharpie blending. This was in our fish tank, so I don't know why I drew it in a glass of water, but this was in our fish tank. It is, again, with Sharpie markers. I guess this is kind of the start of, like, my, I don't know, this whole thing was, like, kind of depressing, or a lot of these things were a little bit depressing. I did kind of rip a lot of things out. Well, I didn't rip things out. I kind of just got rid of them. I don't know. For some reason, it's a bed and it says the best is on its way. I don't know why I wrote that or when it was. Here is a Prismacolor color pencil drawing. This one is pretty decent, I'd say. I like it a lot. Here is something I did with graphite and an eraser pencil. Or is that a Uniball? It seems like a white pen, but I can't tell. This is more Sharpie doodles. This is one I did when I was sad, I guess, so you can see. It says Wish, and it's Sharpie metallic markers. This was created by my friend. Hello, Alexia. I don't even know if she watches these. This says Fail, and it's a dude holding an umbrella, I guess. This is a person with a hoodie and jeans. This looks like a very, very depressed cheerleader. And this was done with acrylic paint. This is also looks like a very depressed person, but I think it's just really poorly drawn, and I think you can see where it gets a little bit dark over here. Very upsetting. I saw a YouTube tutorial on how to draw sneakers, so I tried to sketch them out, and I guess I sketched out a figure, and then I put someone with, like, the same pose in here. If you look at it from, like, waist up, it looks okay, but then you look at that, and it's like, oh. Another one of these, like, little kind of upsetting, depressing type pictures. I drew a lot of, this is when I got some washi tape, and so I drew all of that. And then another pattern that seems like it either just I decided to finish it or wasn't finished. And here is a happy girl. Here is a working out girl. Oh, you can see the shoes in there that I just learned to draw and was so excited. People, humans, and a car, a very interesting looking car. This was made out of nail polish, and this is just some acrylic paint. I don't know what is happening on both of these pages. This is, I believe I created some variation of this bottom one, like at least 4 times. And then at the top there's a globe, both in graphite, you know, your H, your B pencils. I'm pretty sure this is charcoal, but I'm not sure how does it like wipe off on my hand? Yeah, it's charcoal. And then this is just random acrylic paint. I don't know what that is. And this is a very poorly drawn ballet dancer, but the patterns in the background, holy heck, I'll just give you a minute to look at those patterns. I do really enjoy making things like that. It seems like I used a white pen over black, and then I think I remember you making this, so I used Sharpie markers, and then I used my Spectrum Noir blending one to like get them all together. My Sharpies were starting to die at this point. Oh my god, it's SpongeBob. I forgot that I drew this. This is such a poor, actually no, it's not terrible. It looks like SpongeBob, and you could tell it's SpongeBob clearly. There's flowers, they're very fluorescent. A person looking away. Probably was sad when I drew this. There is a cluster of green patterns on the back of that one. February 19th doodle. Ooh, I made this on my birthday and it looks horrid. Anatomy-ish. I'm pretty sure we had just like started to learn how to draw like legitimate like anatomy in my drawing and painting class. And then of course you have more mindless doodling. Watercolor practice. It's a person looking away, but judging by the bright colors and the smiley face, I'm pretty sure I was happy when I made this. More really random doodles. Ooh, I kind of like this one. This is also done with Sharpie markers, but you can see in the bottom there was some white, and that is actually white out, and this was created February 24th. Trying to trace my hair. Okay, so here's some context behind this. My hair was creating a shadow. I decided to try and trace it. That was the result, and I drew some more doodles around it, and it says random and gray. What is this? Don't throw stones at me. Don't tell any. Don't do. Oh, Roots by Imagine Dragons. I really like that song. It is very uplifting for me. This is a human. I think it's my friend when she did her makeup for like a dance or something, and I tried to draw it. It doesn't look that good. I was made in 15 minutes. If I had spent more time on it, probably would look better. I apologize to you if you're watching this. Person doodle. Cannot tell if it is male or female. Maybe it is both. The pants, I can tell you though, look kind of tragic. Comp plus school doodles. So the power went out at dance competition. I was bored. I drew someone's backpack, except I colored it green. And then I finished it at school. Ooh, I'm actually really proud of this one. So this is also done in graphite. There is kind of a lack of contrast. Well, I mean, there's sort of contrast in this, but obviously the bottom of it isn't finished. But I do really like the face of this. It was created on March 9th, it says. More mindless doodling, and more mindless doodling. Pi Day, 3.14159265358979323846626. I'm over it. Don't know what is happening in these doodles. More watercolor. Just messing around with watercolor. Charcoal sketches. Thank you for specifying. March 14th and 15th. Animals. So it looks like we have a giraffe, and it looks like we have a frog. That's fun. Ooh, okay. Let's look at this first. I sketched Yoshi again. I tested out some markers. I have failed at drawing someone here, and that I'm going to rate 6 out of 10. And then we have March 16th, more mindless doodles. That's what I call them. This was created with chalk pastels. I finished my project in art early, so I just started playing with them. And as you can see, chalk pastels get all over the place, so it probably faded to what it originally looked like, but it still looks like it's okay. I'll go back to that in a second. So, random cat head. This pencil is too fun, and it's a cat. I became obsessed with drawing cats. Was inattentive in math class, but I was definitely attentive to drawing cats on my math quizzes and or tests. So, there was a lot of cat action happening. I probably threw them out them. March 21st of 2018, I kind of drew a cartoony version of myself in my solo this year. If you didn't know, I'm a dancer, and my solo this year was titled Body Love, and so it was about like loving yourself and things like that, and so it's kind of sad and it gets happier, but I decided to draw myself in a cartoon version performing it. I think I did a pretty decent job at it. I definitely do really like this drawing. On the back I have, another thing I forgot to mention is I used toned tan paper on it. That's why it's like a little darker, because like as you can see my skin doesn't match that, but I used toned tan paper on it, so that's why a lot of it looks like that. Oh, wait, hold up. So then dance on the same toned tan paper. I wanted to draw another person. I guess I drew 2 humans who were supposedly falling in love. Not sure what's happening there. And then we have painting, and you can see that there's marker on the other side that like bled through. It's because I was trying to give myself like a limit as to where I could paint, so it wouldn't like get all the pages stuck. I'm pretty sure this is out of acrylic, and it's just some weirdly odd abstract-y thing. If you look at this side, there is a very fabulous looking woman in a very fabulous looking dress. She looks great. I think it looks fantastic. I really like this drawing. It is created with colored pencil. So, as you can see in this sketchbook, I am experimenting with a lot of different mediums and trying to just learn new things. Once I got over all the weird, depressing drawings. I believe this is created with acrylic paint. I like the trees. I don't like the pond. This says March 28th on it. It says silhouettes. This is actually glitter glue, and in the background is marker, Spectrum Noirs I was talking about, because they just blend so nicely. And then on the back, I used the background of that, and I used my white Uniball pen to create some like little flower type looking things. You can see I used to draw those on my hand all the time with a Sharpie marker last year. Then over here we have song sketches, but since the other page bled through, yeah. So I kind of just listened to some songs, drew what I found from the songs. The only one you can really see through here is, it's called Inside the Silence. I wonder what that song is. I don't even remember listening to it. Apparently it was a sad song. More mindless doodling. Stop doubting yourself. Okay. Trying to encourage myself to stop being anxious all the time. That's fantastic. We have more people facing away. I think I was practicing hair when I was drawing this. So, yeah. And then we have a... You know what? That isn't that bad. That actually looks kind of nice. I'm genuinely liking that eye. That looks kind of nice. And I guess we have the start of a tree. Over here we have Mini Doodle, 20 minutes. It's a balloon, some rocks, and a waterfall. And then under that, it's a human, a bow, and a fish tank. And then over here, we have a campfire and a log, a pumpkin, a cake, some blocks, some mindless doodles, filled, but it's okay, hand, or fingers. Oh my god, this is so cute! What is this? I remember I made that in math class, too. Oh, that's really funny. Okay. I really like that. And then we have the last page. we have some doodles with my favorite ultimate all-time pen, the Pilot G2 gel pen. Amazing. So we just have some doodles and pens. Again, creepy, not that beautiful. And then we have a sketch I created for my self-portrait in my drawing and painting class. And that, oh, I don't think it wants to, okay. I wanted to make this a seamless ending. Come on, can you cooperate with me, Sketchbook? And that is the end of this sketchbook. A lot of different mediums, a lot of different time periods, a lot of different experimentation, and overall just a lot better than 2 years ago, I would say. It's the same sketchbook, but it has nicer things in it. So let me know down below if you guys like this sketchbook. Leave any constructive criticism. Leave hate, because I will make a video reacting to hate on this sketchbook. I genuinely would love to make a video on that, because my first one was so much fun to make. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later on, and just remember to stay happy. Goodbye. I don't know why I said just remember to stay happy. That sounded so corny.